Guys, PWC-DOCTOR here. Like, subscribe, check out our YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere else. Today we need that 1318 Solas. We're waiting to see what kind of mods we're doing with our L filter, 4-inch air filter, our water box custom mod, and our map tuner. So far so good results. I hit 79, but that was like downriver. So 2016 RXPX. First thing you gotta do, put your key in, gotta do that override, right? So the VTS override, just hold down there. I made a video, check that out. And then you just hit your VTS button all the way down. Yes, yes, yes. It'll tell you thing entering override, press set. So press your set, and then we're gonna scroll it down. I'm pushing down. That's all the way down. And then make sure to pull that out so it doesn't go. Then when you check it out, your VTS is all the way down, ready to go. And I'll remove this, I'll go with the next steps. So override first. To take that off, the first thing I like to do, get a Torx, I think it's a 27. 27, I like to take the caution, the IBR sleeve here, whatever you want to call it, off. It's got the caution on it, so you don't put your feet in there and your legs or whatever. But I like to take mine off, and then I just put these things there and I fill them, the bits, the Torx bits. So you can take yours off if you want to, leave it on. I'm going to take mine off, completely off, and leave it off, because I'll probably be doing a lot of prop changes. Who knows, maybe just one. So you see that's off, the Torx 27. You get more access in there. Oh, I see a little different in there that they did this year in 2016. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 bolts. You just take those off. You get more room. See all the room. I'm gonna leave mine off. I'll clean it up. This is just crap. Oh, you know what? I might leave mine on. They did it different this year. Wow, that's cool. So you have to leave it on. That's crazy. They want you to keep it on so you can't take it off. All right, so I'll leave mine back on. Other years you could just leave them off. What I like to do is I like to get that 10 off for your turn your steering, and then for your IBR, I can't remember what it is, 13 or something like that. I'll double check. So to get that nozzle, you know, your steering where it goes to the nozzle, I like to use 2 10s, and one of them spins, so it's easier to use. Get off. I usually do that first. Then I'll use another wrench in there for that one. Actually goes all the way through. You can do a 13, I think. I'll double check. Yeah, so the next one, after pulling that one off for the steering nozzle, I'll grab the IBR 13, goes right through, so it's easy to do, it goes right off. That's cool, they upgraded this. 2010 was a nightmare. So we're gonna take those off. I believe those are 10. We'll take those off. We this 16 model with this, I'll say pump support bracket. And I think it's a 13. I said 10 before, I think it's a 13. I'll take that off with the long extension next. Now we'll take those 4 bolts off the support pump bracket. I think it's 4 13s. We'll take those off next. One word of caution. Be real careful. I mean, they're really hard to get out. I got 2 so far. They got yellow Loctite on there because they really want this pump to come off, because they have a lot of complaints about pumps coming off. That's why they upgraded the safety bracket, or the bracket there, support bracket. So you can heat them up too if you want to. Heat them up a little bit with a torch. You can get a torch on there, and underneath there, you can get a torch right on there to heat it up a little bit, and it'll come off a little easier. So you can do it with heat too. The little roller grommets, you don't want to lose those too for the cone. And then of course this thing, you can take the vane, you take that off the top. Just be real careful, make sure those are there too as well, okay? Fragile, don't break it, put it somewhere. I'll set my nozzle there. It's cool, it's got vanes. So there's a stock one. Pretty cool, pretty easy to do. You guys can do this yourself. No need to pay $1 million for someone else to do it. I've done 1 million pumps and props, so this is so far one of the easier Seadoos to do, I think. God, back in the day, the 96, you have to tie this to a car and try to get it off. We used to heat it up and try to pull them off. Yeah, so far so good, man. So we'll see how this prop goes on. So it's crazy because these 4 bolts used to be 17s with washers. Now it's only a 13 lock nut. So that's why a lot of Loctite. Get the nuts off too. With those washers, you can actually spin the washer and the washer will come off. Just keep spinning it with your finger, spin it. Then of course the 13 to spin it and it'll come right off. Pretty easy, really fast to take a pump out. This will be easy to get off too, I'll show you. The wearing's got a little bit of wear from the prop. Wow, the tight tolerance. Look at those tight tolerances, you guys. You can see a little scratch. It's not from a rock. It's from the wear. It's the wear of the tolerances of the prop. That's pretty interesting. That's cool. The rubber seal looks good too. And make sure you get those hoses. Not hoses. I said earlier. The little rings. Make sure you keep those. There's 3 Allens. We'll unscrew those. This cone comes right off. It's got grease inside, so there's no more filling with gear oil. So we'll do that too. Just get your Allen wrench to see the size. I'm not too sure. I'll have to double check the size. Each side, you'll hit it with your hand and flip it over. Hit it with your hand. Flip it over. Hit it with your hand, and then slowly pull it off. That should be enough. Don't totally bend it. Just hit it a little bit on each side. It should come right off. And by the way, when I took this off too, the 4 bolts holding this on to the ski, the pump, so loose. They're pretty loose, like hand tight. So I'm gonna double check the torque settings, and it looks like it is just kind of loose on there. And then I use the torque, that support bracket for more support. Mark mine too, just to let you know. I'll mark it. I'll put it right back exactly where it goes. It probably can go a couple of different ways, but I like to mark them and put it exactly where it can. How it came off, put back together, grease in there. So I'll use a 30. Usually they do Allen wrenches and all kinds of different things. You can hold this. Now it looks like it's got a nut on there, and it's a 30. So I got a 30 and a breaker bar. I'll hold that. I'll take this off, and then I'll show you how prop totally goes right in there. Put that 30 on there, and I turn it. I'm turning it this way to come off, okay? So it's clockwise to come off. It's opposite, clockwise to come off. You'll have to have this before you go. There's all kinds of different sizes for different props, And I can't remember the prop size. WR012, I think it says. Yeah, WR012. I can't remember the size, so everybody else will comment on the size. WR012. It's just the bigger one for the. It's right in. There's many ways to do this. This is what I like to do it. I got my prop tool in the front, a big breaker bar, and this one should be a little bit smaller, but it's cool, just to hold the back. And then, of course, it's clockwise, so I'll turn it clockwise and the prop will come right off. And they put these things not too tight, so I'm going to go over tight when I tighten it back on, and I'll use to make sure the torque, my torque setting's perfect. Probably go 110, 120, who knows. You can get a helper to hold it, and hold you maybe. And you want to go counterclockwise to take the prop off. So counterclockwise the prop off. And that's what I did, and it came right off. I barely pushed it counterclockwise. So it looks good. Look, no damage. Wear ring just from break-in. And the holes are for the top part to keep the wear ring moving, not from moving. The seal looks good. Hopefully the seal works. I have problems with seals. Sometimes you have to get a R&D one, aftermarket. I'm not. I'm gonna run the stock one. See how it goes. If I have no cavitation, this thing took up so hard, no cavitation at all. Prop looks good too, no damage at all. But look at the new one, 1318. Crazy. I'm going to use the Solas in cone screw-on thing. The reason why I'm not using stock is because my friend has a 96-mile-an-hour ski and it's fine. So, and we've done this for a long time testing, so if it doesn't work, I'll switch it. But right now, I'll do it. And if you don't want to screw it up, just use this. This thing is awesome. See? It gets old oil filters off. So that's what I use, just to tighten, because it has to be crazy. It has to be on there. Not a scratch. You don't have a scratch on this thing, it jacks everything up. Not a scratch, and it's on there, trust me. See, no scratches. Can't wait. Put everything back together, put your cone on. When you do your cone, just do hand tight, don't do crazy. You could torque it if you want specs. I just do it hand tight. I know where it's supposed to be setting. After doing like this since 95, you learn. But you should always check your torque settings, so don't copy what I do. Put everything back together, just make sure all your seals are there. It's all cleaned out, nice and smooth, no rocks catching, nothing funny. Okay, and we'll put it all back, make sure your seal's on, make sure there's nothing funny. I didn't take mine off, so we're all good to start putting things back together. And this goes hand tight. There's specs for torquing, but I'm gonna do snug. Crisscross, put your washers on, screw them on with your finger, screw all your nuts, hold your nuts underneath the bottom, screw it on, then use a 13. I don't use power tools anymore in the drive lines or pump removals. I like to feel everything, I'm just weird. So yeah, just go do, you know, side, back, and side. So it goes on evenly, nice and smooth. It should be already on, no problems at all. It looks great. Hand tight, I did little 2 clicks, and it should be good. What you kind of do is you'll put the nose cone on first, slide it on there, kind of hold it, use your knee and slide the whole thing on there. You can put these washers and screws on first, slide one bolt in, slide these screws in first, slide this bolt in right here, kind of get it going, go on the bottom, go on the top, go on the other one, look at, make sure everything looks right, start tightening up, hand tight, go back to these, go crosswards so it's uneven, and it should be flush, nice and smooth, like this one is. Smooth. It's easy. Pretty fast install. All I do is 2 more, 13 and a 10, we're done. That was pretty easy actually. Fastest one ever. I could probably do this like in 30 minutes, 40 minutes. We're done here. Just gonna put the outside cover on, protector cover. Go over everything with a flashlight. Everything was good, locked up. 13 simple, 10 simple. The 4 bolts on the top 2, and 4 bolts in the back. Everything comes right out. If you're really careful, everything works pretty well. Way different than a long time ago. I looked at everything, all the specs. It looks good. Very good. Pretty easy to install. This should take you, a regular person, probably an hour. Take your time, 2 hours, just to relax. It shouldn't be that long. It'll go pretty quick. I have to go careful, look at everything, mark everything. This is the first time I took this off, so it's been a while since I took a prop off too. And it's pretty easy, straightforward. I thought it was gonna be a long ordeal, but it was easy. So check us out. We sell the props, we got them in stock. We get them through 4 different suppliers, so we do have them 13, 18. I'll let you guys know what the RPMs are. This is a 2016 RXPX. It's got 7 hours on it only. I know it's low, look at all the wax marks. And I got a 4-inch air intake. I have a custom water box, stock, custom cut. And then I have a map tuner. I can program to whatever I want. I'm at a stage 2 right now. Now that I got the prop, it should be a stage 2. We should see 80 miles an hour. So I hit 79, but that was downriver, so it's probably like 77 mile an hour so far. All the people are saying they're going 80. That's probably on a TX. PX is really hard to get to 80. Not really hard, but you gotta do some mods and tweaking with the prop. Whoever said they got a stock prop going 80, they're smoking crack. Unless they got some kind of crazy boost, because that's the only way you can get there. I've had a mini this out of 2012, and it took me a little bit to get to 77. Peace out, like, subscribe.